Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Thursday, the 9th day of March, National Barbie Day. How many Barbies did you have growing up?
Oh, my gosh.
Did you have a lot?
Oh,
like
yes.
More than 10?
Oh, yes.
No kidding.
More than 40.
She was so spoiled. And she still is. National Crab Meat Day today, National Get Over It Day, National Meatball Day, and World Kidney Day. So a lot of things going on today. And it is a Thursday, and we have a Dear John letter. This is actually kind of an interesting Dear John letter. It's about a guy whose brother has been married 7 times, was divorced last year, getting married again, and he's remarrying one of his previous wives. And now he's trying to have a big wedding, and the brother's like, I'm busy. I can't be there. So should he be there? Should he not be there? Again, this is wedding number 8. So he's been married 7 times, so this will be number 8. That I can understand both sides of this discussion.
Yeah.
If you would like to chime in, you can at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. 3/4 of us wish we had an actual check engine light to indicate our health, according to a new survey.
That would be nice.
Would be pretty handy. Or if you could even just go plug in like they do, you go and you plug the car in, they go, well, we ran a scan and this is what's wrong. Wouldn't that be handy?
Yeah.
A new poll of 2,000 Americans found that they feel life would be a whole lot easier if they had some kind of indicator when they need attention on their body. 3 in 5, 63%, said they struggle to recognize when their body's trying to tell them to mind their health. So, what if a check engine light actually existed? Respondents said they would mostly use it to notify when it's time to drink a glass of water. They would like to know that, oh, I should have water. 57.
You can set that alert up on your phone.
Yeah, exactly. 57% say I would like to be notified when I need to take vitamins. You can do that on a phone as well. Or to take a nap, you could do that too. Experts say that while the light might not exist in reality, we can all take a break from our day-to-day tasks and maybe ask some critical questions about our daily health and how to better overall or take care of our overall well-being. Like Heidi said, you can set a reminder on your phone.
Yeah, and your body tells you when you need a nap.
Well, not for everybody, but for some it does. Surveys and studies and such.
And if Bill Gates creates one of those lights, I'm not getting one.
You don't want to have this gauge placed here? All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know that Willie Nelson has played the same guitar for decades, dating back to the late 60s? A guitar known as Trigger, purchased by Nelson in 1969 after a drunk person destroyed his guitar during a break between sets at a concert. Nelson had a new guitar customized with parts from that old guitar and began using it at shows. Trigger now has a massive hole in it, but Nelson refuses most fixes for the instrument in order to keep it as close to original as possible. In the late 1990s, he found himself in financial trouble with the IRS. After paying back most of the taxes he owed, he reportedly couldn't afford to pay a backing band, so he recorded an entire solo album using Trigger. The album did so well that he was able to pay off the rest of his debts from that one album, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
Anyway, I think it's kind of cool that he's got a guitar that he's been using since 1969.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
It's very neat. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Netflix has teamed up with the Pokemon Company on a stop-motion animated series marking 17 years since the release of the first Pokemon game. Has it been that long? Holy cow. They're
I
gonna
guess I would have thought it was longer than that.
No, that seems about right. 17 years. Anyway, I've got a link if you want to see a trailer and all the stuff about that. There are no plans to make a Harry Potter and the Cursed Child movie with the original film stars, despite a virtual rumor. So apparently this is online. Everybody's talking about it. And February 15th, it was reported that a film or two were going to be done. And the spokesperson now says, no, that is false. And once the sexiest man alive, always the sexiest man alive. Michael B. Jordan recently stripped down to his first ever Calvin Klein underwear campaign. And he's been titled the sexiest man alive. Narrowly beat me on that title, by the way. So, when I say narrowly, I mean I wasn't on the short list. I wasn't even on the long list. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Researchers say, I'm ready for this. Researchers say the fatty tissues in your buttocks, as opposed to your belly, could actually be good for you. So if you've got a big tush and a small belly, they say that's a good thing. So
Yeah,
what if you got both? Is that
that is not a good thing to have both. No, I know that for sure.
okay? Well, I'm in trouble then. And for years, the term mommy brain has been used to describe a brain fog that many mothers say they experience during pregnancy and after pregnancy. But despite how common it has become for moms to be and mothers to be thought of as scattered or forgetful, a group of scientists now say the idea of mommy brain needs to be re-examined. And they say we should also rebrand it. Claire McCormick, PhD, a research assistant professor at NYU Langone Medical Center, says the term has become a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're going, because people tell you you're going to have this, that is why you have this.
Okay.
They say an expectant mom might expect now to experience fogginess and forgetfulness. So when an everyday moment of forgetfulness happens, it says it's confirming what you thought you were going to see, and it has really become ingrained. But she says no current research has conclusively pointed to the idea of anything like mommy brain being real. So they say there's not enough research done on what exactly is happening to the brain with pregnancy and motherhood right after pregnancy for anybody to know. But this professor is saying we should quit claiming it until we know for sure.
Sure.
Meanwhile, they're moms, and they're saying it happened, so I'm going to claim it. So,
Right.
apparently, this person has not experienced it for herself, so she doesn't think it exists. All right. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, dear John.
All right. I've got this Dear John letter posted on our Facebook page if you'd like to chime in, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Here's the letter. Dear John, my brother has been married 7 times. He was divorced again last summer. Now he's getting married again. This time, he's going to remarry his 3rd wife.
Oh, wow.
They have 2 kids together, his only kids and her only kids. I'm actually very happy for him and for her, but he wants to have a big wedding. His kids are adults now, and he wants to have a wedding to make them happy since he's marrying their mom again. I'm several states away, and their wedding is on a date that will not work well for me to be there without causing issue in my life. I told him I'd miss the wedding, and he's giving me a guilt trip. He was my best man, and I've been his best man a few times. He wants me to be the best man again. His wife's sister will be the maid of honor, again, like their wedding back in the 90s. So I'm really thinking about making this work, but it's going to be tough. What do I do? Signed, Happy Brother. First of all, I'm glad that you're happy for your brother, and I'm happy for him too. I hope this is the one. And again, being married 7 times, and now this is going to be number 8, but going back to wife number 3, I can see where there's a lot of confusion. And I can see where it would probably be easy for many, many, many people to go, yeah, I'm not. But isn't it kind of odd to have a big wedding for your 8th wedding?
It is.
Because you don't see that very often. But I can also see where they would want to do that for their kids, where they're going, hey, we're getting married again, and they're getting back together. So from the 90s to now. So it almost sounds like a movie, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's...
So what do you think? The brother is saying, it's going to be a struggle for me to make this happen, but it maybe sounds like he could. It's just going to be an issue to get there, and he's feeling a little guilted into doing it. I wouldn't do it because you're feeling guilted into do it. I would say if this feels like the right thing for you, if it's going to be a good thing for you, I would do it. If you can't, just say...
if you can't make it, you can't make it.
Dude, I love you, but it's going to cause this problem. If it doesn't say what that issue is, but if there's some major issue that it's going to cause in your life, then yeah, you can't do that.
Right.
And I don't know if the issue is something that would be fixed if they moved it to a different date, so I don't know, maybe they're getting married on the anniversary of when they got married way back in the 90s. I'm not really sure on that either. But
if you can make it, you should go. If you can't make it, you can't make it. I mean, It's just the way it is.
And again, I think it's cool that these two are getting back together. And if it's a financial thing, maybe explain that to your brother. Say, look, I just can't afford to do that right now. And if that's the case, then maybe he would be willing to cover that expense. Yeah, I'm several states away. Their wedding is on a date that will not work well for me without causing issues in my life. So it doesn't say if it's financial issues. I told him I'd miss the wedding, and he's giving me a guilt trip. He was my best man, and I've been his best man a few times. I don't know why I chuckled at that, but even again, it made me smile. I've been his best man a few times. He wants me to be the best man again. His wife's sister will be the maid of honor again, like the wedding in the 90s. Thinking about making this work. Going to be tough. What do I do? So it says he's thinking about making it work. So I don't know. I would say, again, I fall in the camp of if you can do it, why not do it?
Yep, agreed.
But if you can't do it, if there's a reason you can't do it, I don't think it should be a bad thing, and I don't think your brother should hold it against you. If they picked a date that's not going to work for you. But yeah, if there's a way to do it, you'll probably have fun and, welcome her and her side of the family back to your family. And I don't know,
it's certainly interesting.
Yeah, as part of me, it's really happy for them. It sounds like a heck of a path that your brother's been on to get back to this. So if you would like to chime in, and some folks have, you can do that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And I want to remind you, if you have a Dear John letter that you would like to submit for next week, I don't have anything right now for next week. So you can still submit a Dear John letter, and maybe your letter will be the one we read on the radio. We respond to everybody, by the way.
Right.
Even if we don't put it on the air, if it's not on the radio, we always keep it anonymous, too. Even if we don't put it on the radio, we will respond, and you can chime in and give advice, or you can submit your own letter at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In 1999, PayPal, the website PayPal, was voted as one of the top 10 worst business ideas. How crazy is that?
Oh, wow, yeah.
That seemed to turn around and be a decent business idea.
That's crazy.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Mountain Dew is slang for moonshine. It was originally created as a mixer for moonshine and whiskey in Tennessee.
Huh.
It's interesting. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If your throat tickles and you want that to go away, you're supposed to scratch your ear. I don't know why that does anything, but apparently that works.
Okay.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Nor have I. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cabbage was once considered an aphrodisiac. Why?
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to mathematicians, there are 177,147 different ways to tie a tie.
Okay.
And I know two. The right way and the wrong way. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
To qualify as a hill, a mound of earth must be more than 99 and less than 1,000 feet high.
Okay.
So there you go. Now you know. Several fun facts on the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Today, Heidi, almost 1 in 5 adults will forget this. What is it?
Today?
Today. 1 in 5 adults will forget this. We've done it a lot.
Breakfast.
No. They'll forget what day it is.
Oh.
You know how many times I'm like, what is today? Today
All the time.
Oh, it's Thursday? Today's Thursday? Is it Wednesday? What day is today?
All the time.
That happens to me so often. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm one of the 1 in 5 adults that will forget that. Even though I just told you it's Thursday, I'll forget later. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Just when you thought AI couldn't get any smarter. AI, by the way, artificial intelligence. Researchers from the University of Oxford suggest by 2033, 10 years from now, many household chores will be automated, decreasing the amount of time we spend on chores by 39%. Researchers asked 65 artificial intelligence experts in the UK and Japan to predict the degree to which everyday tasks would become automated in the next decade. The experts, who know a little something about AI, feel the time spent doing household work will decrease by 44% over the next decade, with time spent washing dishes going down by 47%, cleaning and cooking down by 46%. They also estimate that laundry will go down by, like doing laundry, your time spent there, go down by 43%. And it will take, they'll say it'll even automate the time to fold laundry will decrease by 44%.
Huh.
So saying pretty soon we won't have many chores left. So what are we going to do with all this extra time? All right. Weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Time now for the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Songs most often used in movies. If I said it's a movie song, what's the first one that comes to mind?
Probably Power of Love, Huey Lewis in the News.
All right, let's see if it made the list. Number 20, Gonna Make You Sweat by CNC Music Factory. 19, Isley Brothers, It's Your Thing. 18, Billy Squier, The Stroke. 17, Temptations, My Girl. Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. House of Pain, Jump Around. Booker T and the MGs, Green Onions. Survivor, Eye of the Tiger. Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Wang Chung, Dance All Days. Now we're up to number 10, AC/DC, Back in Black. Spandau Ballet, True, has been in 12 movies.
Okay.
The Turtles, Happy Together, 12 movies. Earth, Wind and Fire, September, 12 movies. Young MC's Bust a Move, 12 movies. Now we're up to number 5. Rob Bass, Eazy-E, It Takes Two, 13 movies. Norman Greenbaum's Spirit in the Sky, 13. Salt and Peppa, Push It, 13. Number 2, Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure, has been in 14 movies. And in 15 feature films, MC Hammer, Can't Touch This. That is the top 20 most often songs in movies.
A lot of those. I'm trying to even think of what
Yeah.
movie they were
Well,
in.
I don't have that list, but I do have this list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote today is from Carl Sagan. It says, "But the fact that some geniuses were laughed at does not imply that all those who are laughed at are geniuses. They laughed at Columbus. They laughed at Fulton. They laughed at the Wright brothers, but they also laughed at Bozo the Clown." So,
Okay.
I see what he's getting at. That makes sense. It's a quote for you. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Cool story. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Still have a couple of weeks, by the way, before that giveaway is done. All of the details can be found at radiotravelgroup.com. I got you. Insufficient funds leads to a new friendship. A random act of kindness at a Louisiana grocery store has launched a new friendship between two complete strangers. Aww. Jason Bordeaux shared a story on his Facebook page describing the moment at a grocery store that a cashier told him that he had insufficient funds. Said, "I deposited my payroll check. An hour prior, the money should have hit." All of a sudden, Jason heard a voice speak up from behind him. He said, "I got you." Aww. And this little gentleman said, "I got you." He said, I said, "No, you don't. You didn't even hear the price." He goes, "Sir, I got you." Much respect for this young gentleman. I deposited my payroll check hours prior. Anyway, it goes through and explains. Kevin Jones.
That happens a lot where
it is
like
cool.
It's the next day the money won't even be into your account.
Well, Jason snapped a quick selfie with the Good Samaritan before they parted ways, and with help from social media, he identified the man as a guy named Kevin Jones. And he said, "I just found out it's Mr. Jones' birthday today. Facebook helped me wish him the best of birthdays," to somebody who was just 2 days ago a complete stranger. Jason shared an update. He said, "Now he's coming to my mother's for Family Day, and now Kevin Jones' birthday celebration." Jason and Kevin and their families had a chance to visit for several hours, and they've become pretty good friends now, all because
That's great.
they were in the right place at the right time.
Love it.
I remember Heidi came home, and Heidi doesn't get choked up. I'm getting choked up reading this story.
Yeah. I don't get choked up very often.
But I remember one time you were in a store, and there was a guy getting a sleeping bag, and he was counting out his change, and he was short. And the lady that was ringing him up was like, "Oh, you're 50 cents short," or whatever it was. And the guy behind him said, "Hey, put that money in your pocket. I got that." And Heidi called me, and she's like, "Oh, I can't believe what I just saw." And you were choked up that day.
I was.
It was really cool. I was like, man, that is awesome. So I love it when good people do good things. So many times we read stories about people doing dumb things. So I love it when people do good things. If you get a chance today, do something good. I mean, you're going to feel good about it. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to The John and Heidi Show.